Please let me introduce you to my two guests this evening. Firstly, as per Club Ambassador for the Tigers, Dean Windass is here tonight. And of course, before every game, Dean likes to trawl through his address book and find a former player from the opposition to come and join us today. And unfortunately, you don't have Rod Stewart's phone number, former Brentford player, of course. However, we do have somebody extremely recognisable. 2007-2008 Player of the Season here at the KC. The following year in the Premier League, he played every single minute of Premier League football and still playing today at Sheffield Wednesday. Please would you welcome Michael Turner. Michael, welcome back. How does it feel to be back here at the KC?
Yeah, great. I've been back 3 or 4 times playing. Every time I come back, just brings back fantastic memories. So it's always nice to come back.
And are you still enjoying your football?
Very much so. Yeah, still hanging in there. 32. It was 10 years ago since I come here, which has gone so quickly. But yeah, still enjoying it.
And you could be playing us again if things work out at some point towards the end of the season.
Yeah, obviously playoffs is looking likely for ourselves and of course whole city. So yeah, exciting times all around.
I forgot how tall you were. My arm hurts already. So what's the mood like at Sheffield Wednesday then? How confident are you because I think of all the teams that are in playoff positions, you've got quite the momentum at the moment.
I think so. We've had a really good season. I think playoffs at the start would have been a great achievement, and it looks like we're going to achieve that. Obviously, once you're in there, then it's sort of anyone's game, really. So it's important that we, continue the momentum that we've gained throughout the season and take it into the playoffs.
Now, at the beginning of your career, you were at Brentford, and then you came here for 350,000. Phil Parkinson brought you here. What was it like to get the call and to come north? Yeah,
great. I was desperate to come and play in the Championship at the time. I was playing in League One for Brentford, so to be able to come into the Championship at a club like Hull City, I knew the potential the club had, and I was obviously thrilled to be able to make the move.
And how did you feel playing alongside the gentleman next to you?
Yeah, great. Obviously he came. Yeah. No, he obviously done a wonderful job for the club and through great times for myself.
Dean, we'll come to you now. Let's talk about Michael briefly.
Yep.
There you are up the front all the time playing for the Tigers, but it's always nice to know right at the back you've got a rock, and that's what Michael was, wasn't he?
Yeah, certainly. Obviously Wayne Brown helping him along as well with the experience, because Michael was young, and I have to take credit for him coming to Hull City because...
Really?
Yeah, seriously, yeah, because...
Is this right, Michael?
Still after a few quid off him, you know what I mean? But Adam Pearson ran me up, and I was playing for Bradford City at the time, and he said to me, who's the best centre-half you played with in sort of League One? Do you know, when I played against Terns at Brentford? And I mentioned Michael, who was only a young boy then, he was a little baby, and I said Michael Turner was probably the best one I've played with, and I think 3 or 4 weeks later they signed him for Hull, so I took that credit. But no, it was fantastic for us. You know, we had a great team spirit. You know, the changing room was brilliant, and obviously Terns and especially Terns got loads of goals for us from set pieces, and that was important for us as a team, because Ash used to get goals from free kicks, set pieces, and we sort of worked on that in training, and then they relied on me and Fraser to get the goals to get us promotion. But you know, in that sort of spell, we had a fantastic team spirit.
So to tonight then, Brentford it is. Not really a lot for Brentford to play for at all. For us, probably the same. Do you think that Steve might experiment and rest a few legs tonight?
Yeah, he said that before the game. I think that he's going to leave a few out, rest them now for the playoffs. But as like Michael said at Sheffield Wednesday, it's very important that you keep that, the winning. When you're going into the playoffs, you need to be winning as many games, coming up, leading up to the playoffs. It gives the players who haven't been playing the chance to stake a claim in the playoffs. I know that we'll be playing Derby. If it's going to be away the first leg or at home the second leg, only determines how many games we'll win from now to the end of the season. But it's very important that whoever plays now, they'll be pushing for them playoff places.
Hard one to call tonight as well, because Brentford are an odd team. They've scored more goals away from home than they have at home this season, and they've put a little run together at some point this season. They started well and dropped off, and they've come back again.
Yeah, Michael said that. He's up there in the lounge that they've kicked on a little bit. They've had a few good results. You know the manager's done well since he's been in there. So not be, as you say, every game in the Championship's a tough game. You know, Brentford will come here. Probably some of them lads haven't played in the stadium, like this before. I've seen them walking out on the pitch and taking photos of the stadium. So they'll be right up for it. You know, as you say, they probably ain't got much to play for, and you know we haven't really. But I disagree because you know we've got to finish fourth. You know, to play the first leg away from home, which we found very important when we went to Watford. You know, you go away from home in the first leg. Phil Brown said to us, if we can keep a clean sheet, you know, then we know they will score goals at the KC. You know, fortunate for us, we won 2-0 at Watford. So, you know, it's important that we get fourth place and then play Derby away in the first leg.
So go then. I know it's hard to tonight, but call it. You're not very good at this anyway, but I always have to ask you.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not good at this, am I? I've never got it right. Once, I think I've got it right in 2.5 years. Yeah. I've gone for a 3-0 win.
3-0. That's nice and confident. Michael, how do you see this going? Now, how do you see it going, or how do you want it to go?
I think it'll be a draw, to be honest.
Really?
I don't know. Yeah, I think Brentford have picked up a little bit of form recently. Like you say, no pressure on them at all. So I think they'll come and play expansive, and yeah, I think it'll probably be a draw.
Back here tonight, ladies and gentlemen, please would you put your hands together for Michael Turner and for Dean Windass. Thank you, gentlemen. I'll see you after the game as well.